Now to Westminster. Having engineered a successful ambush during Wednesday's Prime Minister's question time, Labour was keen to press home its attack on the Welfare Reform Minister Lord Freud yesterday in Parliament. Here's our correspondent Sean Curran.
New listeners start here. The Welfare Minister Lord Freud was recorded at a fringe event at the Conservative conference a fortnight ago, saying that some disabled workers weren't worth the minimum wage. Labour kept the recording under wraps so that Ed Miliband could confront David Cameron with the comments in the Commons on Wednesday. Within hours, Lord Freud had offered a full apology and said his remarks had been foolish and offensive. But the story didn't end there. Labour was determined to keep up the pressure. Here's the shadow leader of the Commons, Angela Eagle.
This wasn't just an unfortunate slip of the tongue. It revealed the truth about this government's attitude to people with disabilities, and straight from the mouth of the minister directly responsible. Mr. Speaker, why is he still in his job? Is it because too many in the Tory party secretly agree with him, or because the Prime Minister is too weak to act?
And she wanted her opposite number, William Hague, to do something.
Will the Leader of the House arrange for the publication of all documents commissioned by the government on the disabled and the minimum wage? And since the Minister has been mysteriously pulled from his scheduled appearance in the Lords today, will the Leader of the House ensure that the Welfare Minister is available to make a statement in the other place sooner rather than later?
It was striking on Wednesday that nobody in the government tried to defend Lord Freud. The Prime Minister disowned the remarks and ordered the Minister to apologise. And it hadn't escaped Angela Eagle's notice that one of Lord Freud's ministerial colleagues at the Department for Work and Pensions, Esther McVeigh, had said the comments were wrong and couldn't be justified.
The Employment Minister said yesterday that those words will haunt him. But isn't the truth that those words will haunt this government until Lord Freud resigns?
William Hague said he felt passionately about the subject.
In 1995, I took the Disability Discrimination Act through this Parliament, and I feel passionately about the rights of disabled people. It is right that Lord Freud has apologised unreservedly, which he has done. He said he was foolish to accept the premise of the question, and I think that is right.
And he wanted people to judge the government on its record.
I point out that overall spending on the main disability benefits will be higher in every year to 2018 than it was in 2010. That the number of disabled people in work is now 70,000 higher than it was at the end of the last government.
Mr Hague followed the Prime Minister's lead and didn't defend the Minister, but he was reluctant to let Angela Eagle and Labour have a free hit.
I can assure the Prime Minister is never weak, but I noticed in Labour Uncut, talking of leaders, that a move was being planned on the opposition front bench so bold that it would reset the political clock and, it says, demonstrate Ed Miliband's leadership credentials.
He went on to talk about rumours that Ed Miliband had been planning to reshuffle the shadow cabinet and appoint a new shadow chancellor in place of Ed Balls.
Now, after the Hayward by-election, apparently the Leader of the Opposition has decided that he can't carry out the planned reshuffle. So he's not even bold enough to carry out his own bold plan to be bold.
Now, over in the Lords, peers had been expecting to see and hear from Lord Freud, but he didn't appear to answer questions or to take part in a debate. Labour's Lord McAvoy said he enjoyed a robust but friendly relationship with Lord Freud and insisted he didn't want to see a witch hunt. But
as long as the government continues to have at its heart a minister who has held and displayed those points of view, there will be no credibility. There will be no credibility in this House for the Minister, for the noble Lord the Minister, Lord Freud, if he continues in his role.
Even here, the Minister's colleagues didn't try to defend or explain his comments. Lord Nash, for the government, simply repeated that Lord Freud had said sorry. And he added that the Department for Work and Pensions had not looked into whether people with disabilities could be paid less than the minimum wage.
Sean Curran reporting from Westminster. More from yesterday in Parliament at 8:30 on Radio 4 198 Long Wave. It's now 7:15 this morning.